Susan Boyle's story begins far from bright stages and viral videos. She was born on April 1st, 1961, in the small town of Blackburn, West Lothian, Scotland. The youngest of 10 children, Susan grew up in a modest council house with her parents, Bridget and Patrick Boyle. Life in Blackburn was quiet and simple, the kind of place where dreams often stayed small. Susan's birth was difficult, and doctors later believed she experienced a lack of oxygen during delivery. As she grew up, she sometimes struggled with learning and social situations, which made school challenging. Children can be unkind when someone seems different, and Susan often felt the sting of teasing. Yet even in those early years, something remarkable lived inside her: a voice. When she sang in church or at home, the noise of the world faded. Music became her safe space, a place where she could simply be herself without judgment or expectation. A childhood marked by challenges and kindness. School years were not easy for Susan. She learned differently from many of her classmates and sometimes found it hard to keep up with lessons or social cues. Sadly, this made her a target for teasing, and she often felt like an outsider. But what she lacked in social ease, she made up for in warmth and sincerity. At home, her mother Bridget played a powerful role in shaping Susan's confidence. Bridget believed deeply in her daughter's ability to sing and encouraged her whenever she could. She took Susan to church events and community gatherings where she could perform. Those small stages, often in church halls or local clubs, became Susan's earliest audiences. They were not glamorous, but they were meaningful. Every song she sang built a little more belief in herself. In a world that often overlooked her, her mother's faith in her talent became the steady foundation that kept her going. The years when dreams felt distant. As Susan entered adulthood, she continued to nurture her love for music. She attended small talent competitions and occasionally performed at local events, hoping someone might notice her voice. In 1999, she even recorded a modest demo tape and entered a charity competition in Scotland. Like many hopeful performers, she faced rejection. Not dramatic rejection, but the quieter kind where doors simply never open. The entertainment industry tends to look for a certain image, and Susan didn't fit the mold people expected. Instead of fame, life called her back to responsibilities at home. After her father passed away in 1997, Susan devoted much of her time to caring for her aging mother. Years passed in a routine of home, church, and small performances. To outsiders, it might have looked like a quiet life, yet the dream of singing never truly disappeared. It simply waited patiently for its moment. A promise to her mother. In 2007, Susan's beloved mother passed away at the age of 91. Losing her was one of the most difficult moments of Susan's life. The house in Blackburn suddenly felt quieter than ever. For years, Bridget had been Susan's greatest supporter, the person who always reminded her that her voice mattered. Before her mother died, Susan had made a simple promise: she would keep trying to sing. That promise stayed with her. When auditions opened for Britain's Got Talent in 2009, Susan considered applying. She hesitated at first. After all, she had faced disappointment before. But a promise is a powerful thing, especially when it is made to someone you love. Susan finally decided to take a chance. She filled out the application, packed her bag, and traveled alone to Glasgow for the audition. She had no idea that this small step would soon change her life forever. The audition that stopped a room. When Susan walked onto the stage of Britain's Got Talent in April 2009, the audience didn't know what to expect. She introduced herself simply and explained that she dreamed of becoming a singer like Elaine Paige. Some people in the crowd seemed unsure, but Susan remained calm. She chose to sing "I Dreamed a Dream" from the musical Les Miserables. As the music began and she sang the first lines, the entire atmosphere in the theater changed. Her voice filled the room with emotion and power that no one had expected. Judges Simon Cowell, Amanda Holden, and Piers Morgan watched in surprise as the audience rose to its feet. In just a few moments, Susan transformed skepticism into admiration. It was not just a performance, it was a reminder that talent can appear where people least expect it. A viral moment that changed everything. Soon after the audition aired, the clip of Susan singing was uploaded online. Within days, it spread across the world, gathering millions of views. People shared it not only because of the voice they heard, but because of the message behind it. Here was a woman who had spent decades out of the spotlight, suddenly capturing the attention of millions. In just 9 days, the video reached more than 100 million views. News outlets from different countries began telling her story. Interviews, invitations, and opportunities arrived almost overnight. For Susan, who had spent most of her life in a quiet Scottish town, the sudden attention was overwhelming. Yet she handled it with the same genuine warmth people had seen during her audition. The world had discovered her voice, and in doing so, it discovered something even more powerful: authenticity. A record-breaking musical debut. Later in 2009, Susan released her first album, I Dreamed a Dream. The response was extraordinary. The album quickly became the fastest-selling debut by a female artist in the United Kingdom at that time and topped charts in several countries. Millions of listeners connected with the sincerity in her voice. Her success was not built on flashy marketing or a carefully crafted image. Instead, it grew from the genuine emotion she brought to each song. People felt that honesty when they listened. The album's success proved that the moment from her audition was not a one-time surprise. Susan Boyle had become a respected recording artist. For someone who had once performed mostly in small community halls, standing at the top of international music charts was a remarkable achievement. Choosing home over Hollywood. One of the most surprising choices Susan made after gaining fame was deciding to stay in her hometown. Many celebrities moved to large cities or luxurious estates, but Susan remained in Blackburn. She renovated the same council house where she had grown up and continued living there. For her, it was more than a house. It was the place where her life story began. Friends, neighbors, and familiar routines gave her comfort in a world that had suddenly become very public. She attended local church services, walked the same streets she always had, and stayed connected to the community that shaped her. This decision showed something important about her character. Fame had changed her circumstances, but it had not changed her priorities. Home remained the place where she felt most like herself. The enduring power of a real voice. More than 15 years after that unforgettable audition, Susan Boyle's story continues to inspire people. Her voice has matured with time, gaining warmth and depth, but it still carries the emotional honesty that first captured hearts in 2009. She performs when the right opportunities arise and records music at a pace that suits her life today. Beyond the albums and awards, Susan's journey reminds people that success can arrive in unexpected ways and at unexpected times. She showed the world that talent does not depend on age, appearance, or fitting into a particular mold. Sometimes it simply needs patience and the courage to keep trying. Susan Boyle's legacy is not just a powerful voice, it is a message that authenticity, resilience, and belief in oneself can change a life, even after many quiet years of waiting.